At sunset, a soft wind moves across the village. Birds grow quiet. Shadows grow long. A young girl stands at the forest edge. Her name is Alia. Her heart beats fast. Her little brother, Kofi, is missing. A whisper slides between the trees. It sounds like a child calling for help. The voice is thin like smoke. Alia does not move. She listens. The forest seems to breathe. The forest is calling Kofi's name. If Alia enters, the spirits will see her. If you love mystery stories, watch till the end and subscribe to the Black Girl narrative. Alia looks down. Small footprints lead into the roots and then stop, as if the ground ate them. She kneels. She finds Kofi's red bracelet hanging from a low branch. The bead on the bracelet is shaped like a small stone tear. She closes her hand around it. The skin of her palm feels cold. The village elders always warn the children. Do not cross the spirit line after sunset, they say. The forest keeps accounts. But Kofi chased a bright firefly toward the trees. He laughed and ran. He did not come back. Alia stands. She takes one step forward. The wind lifts the tiny bell that hangs on an old goat pen nearby. It rings once. There is no wind now. The sound is a warning, or an invitation. Alia remembers Grandma's 3 rules. Grandma told them many times in a quiet voice, near the cooking fire. Rule 1. Do not speak your name aloud inside the forest. Rule 2. Do not step outside a circle of light. Rule 3. If you make a promise, the spirits will collect. Alia repeats the rules in her mind. She breathes slowly. She steps over the low root like it is a gate. The light grows dim at once. The smell of leaves is thick and sweet. The path is narrow and the air hums. Where are you, Kofi? She whispers, but she does not say her name. The trees do not answer. Somewhere ahead, a branch cracks softly. Then tiny lights appear. Will-o-wisps, blue and pale, float in a crooked line. They make a path deeper into the trees. From the left side, a weak child's voice says, "Sister." The voice is not on the lighted path. It is on the dark side. Alia stops. Her breath holds in her chest. The voice sounds like Kofi. It is gentle. It trembles a little. But the lights glow on the other side. The path of light and the voice are not together. Alia thinks of Grandma's rules again. She takes a small pouch of cornmeal from her dress pocket. She throws some on the ground. The white dust falls like snow, soft and quiet. Where it lands, she sees thin, wrong footprints appear. Long toes, curved heels. They point toward the voice. Her skin shakes. The voice calls again, "Sister?" Now it sounds a little impatient. The forest lies, Alia thinks. She keeps to the lights. The tiny lights drift forward. A small moth-shaped spirit lands on her palm. Its wings glow like a candle under water. It does not feel heavy. It feels like warm air. It lifts, then settles on her shoulder, close to her braid, as if it is shy. When Alia steps too close to the shadows, the moth shifts and taps her cheek with one wing. It seems to guide her to the brighter stones on the path. "Thank you," Alia says softly, not using her name. She walks. The earth is soft and springy. Twice she hears whispering behind her. Twice she does not look back. Now the trees rise higher and thicker. In a clearing, a tree face opens slowly in the bark. The eyes are deep knots. The mouth is a dark crack. The voice is old and heavy. "Child," it says, "say your name and I will show you the boy." Alia's throat goes dry. She does not answer that request. She takes the goat bell from a string at her wrist, the same bell that rang in the village. She holds it up. "I will trade a bell sound for a clue," she says, speaking in third person to avoid her name. The girl asks for sight, not for tricks. The tree face lowers its eyelids. The forest hushes. Alia rings the bell once. The sound is clear and round. The tree groans. A vision opens in the bark like a window of water. Alia sees Kofi inside a ring of mushrooms, a spirit circle, near a broken stone shrine. Moss hides part of the shrine. One stone is missing from the top, like a tooth lost from a smile. The vision closes. The tree face goes still again. Alia bows a little. She keeps moving. The moth spirit flutters ahead and points its tiny face toward the north. The air grows cooler. The ground tilts down. Alia sees the shrine at last. It sits in a nest of roots, cracked and green. A thin thread of smoke rises from a small hole in the ground like a sleeping breath. Around the shrine, white mushrooms form a circle. The circle looks gentle, like lace, but Alia knows it is a line she should not cross. Inside the circle, Aaliyah sees a shape like a child under the roots of a fallen tree. She hears a soft cough. Her heart lifts and twists. Kofi, she almost says, then stops herself in time. She studies the shrine. On the top, there is a smooth slot where the missing stone should be. She opens her hand. In her palm lies Kofi's red bracelet. One stone bead on the bracelet looks exactly like the missing piece. It is small, gray-blue, and shaped like a tear. The forest keeps accounts, Aaliyah thinks again. What will it take if I fix this shrine? The moth spirit glows brighter, almost urgent. It hovers over the slot and then over the bracelet bead like it is telling her, yes. Aaliyah looks at the mushroom ring. She must not step inside. She must not break Rule 2. Her mind races. She tests the ground with a long stick and kneels at the very edge of the circle. If she stretches her arm, she can just reach the slot without crossing the line. She breathes in. The forest breathes out. Just as she reaches forward to place the bead, 3 shadow hands rise slowly from the soil beyond the mushrooms. The air turns cold. The moth spirit dives behind Aaliyah's braid and hides. A child's voice speaks from the right. Sister, say your name first. Another child's voice speaks from the left. Sister, please hurry. Aaliyah looks up. 2 boys stand in the dim light side by side just beyond the circle. They both look like Kofi. They both wear a red thread on the wrist. They both blink with scared eyes. One boy's smile is a little too wide. The other boy's shoes are a little too muddy. The wind holds its breath. Aaliyah does not speak. She does not move the bead. The shadow hands hover, waiting. The forest keeps accounts cut to black. Don't miss end. Watch next and subscribe to the Black Girl Narrative. 2 boys stand in the half-dark. Both look like Kofi. Shadow hands wait near the mushroom ring. If Aaliyah picks the wrong brother, the forest will take them both. Stay till the end for the twist and subscribe to the Black Girl Narrative. The forest is so quiet that even the moth spirit hides. Aaliyah keeps her arm steady. The bead rests in her finger. She breathes in. She thinks of Grandma's 3 rules again. The boy on the left whispers, Sister, hurry. The boy on the right says, say your name first. Aaliyah does not answer. She never says her name in the forest. She watches them. Small things tell truths. Left Kofi, mud on shoes, a scuff on the toe. Right Kofi, clean shoes, smile a little too wide. Aaliyah rings the goat bell once, soft. The left boy flinches. He always hates loud sounds. The right boy's smile does not change. Truth shakes. Lies stay smooth, but the forest is clever. It will not let the choice be easy. The tree face opens in the bark again. Eyes like old knots. Child, it says. A wrong step is a promise you cannot break. The shadow hands inch closer to the ring. They reach like roots. They smell like wet leaves and iron. Aaliyah moves the bead over the shrine's empty slot. She does not cross the mushrooms. Almost, she tells herself. Almost there. The fake Kofi copies a cough. It sounds like a learned sound. The real Kofi coughs for real. It shakes his whole chest. Aaliyah's heart knocks the inside of her ribs. She uses third person to speak. To keep her name safe. The sister will finish the shrine, she says. The forest will show mercy. The tree face groans. Not pleased and not angry, just listening. New sound enters the clearing, a river hum, low and wide, though. There is no river here. The moth spirit peeks out from Aaliyah's braid and glows dim blue. The fake Kofi leans forward. Say your name, he whispers. Again. He steps a toe toward the mushrooms and does not sink. The real Kofi tries to step, and the ground warns him with a hiss. The ring knows who belongs and who does not. Aaliyah remembers Rule 2, stay in a circle of light. There is little light here. She needs more. She lifts the goat bell and rings it 3 times. The moth spirit flares bright, brighter than before, and 4 tiny lights stir from the branches. They drift down and land around the shrine, making a soft circle of light that touches the mushroom ring. The shadow hands shrink back an inch. The fake Kofi's smile flickers. Aaliyah speaks gently, still in third person. The sister asks for proof. She holds up her palm. There. Pressed into her skin is the faint mark of the red bracelet bead. She presses it to the slot. It fits perfectly, but she does not release it yet. Answer, Aaliyah says to both boys. What was Grandma's secret snack on Fridays? The left boy, tired and hoarse. Mango with salt. The right boy. Sweet leaf pudding. His voice is smooth. Too smooth. Aaliyah's eyes narrow. Second question, she says. What did the bell sound like the night the goat ran away? The real Kofi smiles small even while afraid. It sounded like a frog got stuck inside. The fake one says, it sounded like a perfect bell. The tree face makes a sound like a held-back laugh. The forest loves true small details. But the fake Kofi is not done. He spreads his hands. The shadow hands mirror him. Say your name, he sings, sweet and thin, and finish the shrine. Aaliyah lowers the bead. Her fingers shake. She knows Rule 3. Promises collect. If she asks for something, she must give something. But what can she give? The moth spirit nudges her ear. Its glow looks like a tiny thread of light now, thin and strong. Aaliyah thinks fast. She will not give her name. She will not give her brother's shadow. She will give a path. She raises the bell. She speaks in third person. Firm and clear, the sister makes a promise. She gives the bell's last echo to the forest. In return, the forest returns the boy, whole, with his shadow. No tricks, the tree face is silent. The whole forest leans closer. Aaliyah rings the bell one final time. This time the sound does not stop. It becomes a silver thread that runs along the ground, weaving through roots, passing under the mushroom ring, curling around Kofi's ankles like a soft rope of light. The moth spirit dives into the sound, and the 4 tiny lights follow. The thread grows brighter, pulling one truth from the 2 boys. The fake Kofi steps back. His shadow does not follow. The real Kofi shakes, then coughs, then laughs, a small, broken laugh that belongs to a tired child. Aaliyah pushes the bead into the slot. Click. The shrine wakes. The circle of mushrooms brightens. The shadow hands freeze like stone. The tree face speaks, voice like rolling earth. The promise is fair. The echo is ours. The bell in Aaliyah's hand turns silent forever. It looks the same, but it will never ring again. The forest has taken the echo as payment. The fake Kofi opens his mouth too wide. His teeth are wrong, flat like shells. He hisses and dissolves into moth dust, then nothing. The real Kofi sways. His shadow slides back into place, neat and sure. He steps to the line of mushrooms and stops. Dazed, Aaliyah extends her hand. She does not cross. She will not break the rule. Kofi? She says softly. But she still does not say her name. The tree face watches. The way out. It rumbles. Requires respect. Aaliyah remembers the old escape rule. Do not turn your back on a promise. Walk backward out of the forest. She takes Kofi's hand across the light. They both turn to face the shrine, and they walk backward, slow, careful, steady. The moth spirit floats in front of them, guiding the stones of light. The forest tries one last trick. A new voice, Grandma's voice, calls from behind. Tender and worried. Children, where are you? Kofi turns his head almost. Aaliyah squeezes his hand. Do not look, she whispers. They keep walking backward, the trees thin. The air warms. The edge of the forest comes like a soft door. At the line, the tree face gives a last message. We will remember the girl without a name. A leaf falls. It looks like a little bead. It lands in Aaliyah's pocket without her moving. They step out. The night feels like a real night again. Crickets sing. Smoke from the village fires curls in the sky. Kofi leans on Aaliyah. He is tired but safe. He holds up the silent bell. For next time, he says, and tries to make it ring. It does not. Aaliyah smiles anyway. No sound, she says. But we kept the rules. She opens her pocket. Inside is a new bead, gray-blue, soft light inside it. Not from the bracelet, not from the shrine. A gift. Or a mark. When she looks away and back again, the bead is just a normal stone, but her palm still feels warm. Aaliyah rescued her brother. The forest kept the echo, accounts are balanced. For now. If you enjoyed this tale, subscribe to the Black Girl Narrative and watch the next story. New stories soon, simple English, strong hearts, big magic.